with their nails done now.
When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you.
After that we see military helicopters flying towards fallen meteor. We see police which is already near the fallen meteor. Then Monarch members arrive there with jeeps. Then police of India asks them what they are doing there. Monarch answered that it's not just a meteor and there is something inside it. Then policeman smiled like it was joke for him, and then he told Monarch members to have left the place. But then Monarch members said that they were allowed to be there. Then policeman got a bit angry and he got away from them. Then Monarch members opened door of one of the jeeps and we saw Mark Russell which came out from the jeep. Then he looked at the meteor. Then he asked, "Oh my God." Then one of the Monarch members started calling to the main center, Castle Bravo, of Monarch. And they brought some huge cameras to show this to Monarch in live. Then Mark looked at the meteor again and he noticed that there was purple lighting coming out from meteor. He got scared and he started telling everyone to leave this place, but no one listened to him, not even Monarch. And then he told one of the jeeps to have taken him to the closest helicopter of Monarch nearby. Then driver asked him why he was that frightened, and Mark answered that something really huge was going to come out from that meteor. And that he had a feeling that they wouldn't like it. Then driver said, "Okay," and he started driving and he got away from the meteor. After that we see House of Mark and we get to see Madison which is watching TV where they are talking about that meteor which fell into India. They said that it caused loss of nearly 50 men, and that they were still counting it. Madison then got surprised and he called Mark Russell and she asked him if he was alright. Mark said that he was alright and that she shouldn't have worried about him. Then Madison said okay to him and she shut her phone. After that we see Mark Russell which is sitting in the jeep which is taking him to the helicopter. Then Mark tells the driver to drive a bit faster. But driver said that they were already there. Then Mark looked from the window and he saw helicopters of Monarch which were guarded by Monarch soldiers. Mark told driver to stop the car and he got out from the jeep. Then he started going towards helicopter, but then someone interrupted him. He looked behind and he saw old Indian man which was in his 60s, and he was talking with normal English. He told Mark that he was right. Mark asked him, "Excuse me?" Then this Indian man told him that he also knew that something was about to come out from that meteor like Muto did in 2014. Then Mark asked him he knew that, an Indian man pulled his pistol up and he aimed Mark. Mark jumped immediately and he got shot in the legs twice. Then Monarch soldiers caught Indian man and they started beating him up. And this Indian man was saying that he lost his best friend at Janjira, and he knew that it was never an earthquake. He knew that it was Muto, but Monarch lied to people and they said that it was earthquake, and he was shouting really angrily that people knew it. Then he smiled and said it with so calm voice. The people knows it. Then Mark looked with confused face and after 3 seconds Monarch started getting shot with pistols. Mark looked at the shooting direction and he saw nearly 80 men with pistols and guns running towards Monarch helicopters. Then Monarch people started shooting at Rebellion of India. Then they took Mark in the helicopter and they started lifting the helicopter off. Then we see helicopter flying up and the people is still shooting at Monarch soldiers. Then helicopter passes fallen meteor where Indian people is also shooting Monarch members, as it seems India hates Monarch. Then Mark said, "Holy shit." Then we see Indian guys stabbing Monarch soldiers with knives. And Monarch helicopter disappears in the clouds. Then we see Indian guy which is picking up a weapon of Monarch soldier which is dead. Then he gets on the top of the damaged jeep of Monarch and he shouts in Hindi, "We did it, men. We did it. They should know that they should never come to this place. They are liars. And they must die." Then Horde agrees to him and starts shouting with glory and happiness. But then meteor starts breaking behind the Indian guy on jeep. He looks behind and he sees that something is growing out from the meteor. Then it pulls out its purple tail with white spines. Then he pulls out its legs. The Indian horde start running away, but the man on jeep stares at it. Then something really huge, 75% Godzilla-like, comes out from it and it starts roaring with so loud. Indian man loses his mind and it falls off from a jeep. Then new titan called Space Godzilla looks at horde of Indian people which are still running away. He charges something and he blasts out his atomic breath, and he burns everyone. Then he starts destroying buildings nearby, but then he hears of Godzilla. He looks so angry and he turns back. He sees Godzilla, which is going towards him slowly. Space Godzilla roars at him with so angry sound, but then Rodan brings part of the building and he throws it at Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla gets a bit hurt and then Godzilla hits him his tail right in the face. Space Godzilla gets exhausted and that's when Mothra strikes him in the face and she starches his face so badly. Then Space Godzilla gets pissed off and he jumps far from Godzilla, Rodan and Mothra. He roars at them and the trio of Godzilla roars back. Then Space Godzilla jumps towards Rodan and he jumps on Rodan. And after 1 second he hits his huge tail to Mothra and he throws her away. Then Godzilla bites him in the neck. Space Godzilla takes him out and he hits Godzilla with his atomic breath. Godzilla falls on the ground and Space Godzilla is roaring at him. Then Mothra attacks Space Godzilla's face and she starts starching him. Space Godzilla bites Mothra in one of her legs and she starts hitting her to the buildings. It damages Mothra so much and then Space Godzilla drops Mothra on the ground and he is about to step on her when Rodan crashes him and he pulls Space Godzilla away. Space Godzilla tries to catch Rodan, keeps starching and dodging. Then Space Godzilla starts spinning his tail around and he hits Rodan in the face. Rodan falls on the building and building starts getting destroyed, and Rodan falls in dust. Then Space Godzilla looks at Godzilla, which is standing up shakily. Space Godzilla roars at him with so intimidating face. Godzilla goes towards so shakily. Space Godzilla swings his tail and he drops Godzilla on the ground again. Then Space Godzilla starts looking at Godzilla like a demon. Then he was about to unleash his atomic breath when Kong threw axe at him and the axe got plugged in Space Godzilla's rib. It was so painful that it made Space Godzilla fall on the ground. Then Kong got to him and he took his axe from Space Godzilla's rib. Then he was about to hit Space Godzilla with his axe in the face when Space Godzilla struck Kong with his atomic breath. Kong got fallen on the ground but he started standing up immediately. Space Godzilla jumped up and he jumped on Kong. Kong fell again and he started losing his power. Then Space Godzilla was about to shoot his atomic breath again when Behemoth crashed him and he threw Space Godzilla away. Then Space Godzilla started going towards Behemoth but Godzilla bit him in the neck and he started dragging him towards the ocean. Then Space Godzilla jumped towards and he shot his atomic breath to Godzilla. Godzilla dodged and then Mothra got to her and she starching his face. Space Godzilla took her out but then Rodan came and he pushed Space Godzilla to the ocean. Space Godzilla fell into the ocean but he started swimming up. But then Godzilla jumped on him and he started dragging Space Godzilla underwater. Then he brought Space Godzilla halfway to the finish of the underwater, and he just got off him. Space Godzilla was trying to swim up but he was too heavy. Then Godzilla went towards Space Godzilla. Then we see Kong, which is standing up and he looks at the ocean. Then we see shot of Behemoth, which is already looking at ocean. Then we see Rodan sitting next to the Kong and soon Mothra sits on Behemoth. They are all waiting for Godzilla or Space Godzilla to show up. Then we see head of Space Godzilla coming out from ocean. Behemoth and other 3 Kaijus prepare for battle but then we see Godzilla coming up from an ocean and holding head of Space Godzilla. And then he drops it and he roars as the sign of victory. Then we see Kong, which is signing Titans to follow him, and he starts swimming towards the ocean. Then Behemoth and Godzilla also get in the ocean and Mothra and Rodan are sitting on them. Then we see live television where the disasters are happening and news reporter is saying, "There has been too many bad things happening on this earth after the death of the Titans. I don't even know which one to begin from. Let's begin it with huge earthquakes between Africa and Saudi Arabia. Those earthquakes could cause entire continent to be detached from Asia and even be drowned in the ocean in a few years. Also entire Antarctica has started to melt down and we should probably be warned for massive tsunamis in a few weeks. Also there had been reported over 24 wildfires in different countries and villages. Thousands of houses were burned because of that. Also I can't forget to mention massive number of birds which were attacking cities and causing car crashes. Already 500 people were killed in car accidents caused by thousands of birds. And what about Godzilla? It's already been 3 weeks since Godzilla, Kong, Mothra, Rodan and Behemoth have moved to Skull Island, while our planet is experiencing changes that will remain in the history forever. Godzilla, Kong and other titans live peacefully on Skull Island. Most of people thinks that Godzilla can't do anything about it cause the titans which kept balance are already, and Monarch also says the same. This world would anyway have been destroyed with or without titans. That was all, my loyal viewers. That world has already gone through a shit, and I hope it won't get deeper. And yes,
Have a nice day. You can never know when it's your last one.